Four Thespians, who all happen to be women, have penned, produced and directed a play about love, friendship and loyalty, which is set in war-torn Bosnia, titled CHEERS to Sarajevo. Now, the stage production, which uses a pacey story told through three characters, is only a possibility at this phase, as it doesn't have funding to see it through. Well, because this is the 21st century, where we don't wait for luck to hit us, but we go out and hustle or make a plan to see our dreams through. The makers of the play put together a pilot of the play and staged it for possible funders and supporters on Monday and Tuesday night at PopArt in Maboneng. Now, joining us to tell us about it and how that method is working, we're joined by CHEERS to Sarajevo actor and co-writer Aimee Goldsmith, as well as co-writer and director Lidija. Marelic. Guys, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's start with a short synopsis for the viewers. What is it about?
Well, the play is about a love story between a Serbian man and a Bosnian woman, which was a very forbidden thing during that time, during the war. And it's all told through the eyes of a South African photographer, a war journalist, who ends up getting trapped in Sarajevo during the siege. And he gets blackmail footage of this couple, and he uses it to use her as a guide to get out of Sarajevo.
Speak to us about your character.
Mirela is a Bosnian woman, and she has a absolute deep love for her city, and she's very feisty. She's a very strong character. She represents a strong woman who no one can alter, even though she has a very deep love for Alex. Alex represents a part of her home, a part of Sarajevo, and she's very independent. So although being from a Muslim culture and that part of her faith, she very much holds her own. And yeah.
Talk to us about what happened on Monday and Tuesday, the pilot run. How did it go? What were you hoping to achieve?
Yes, so what happened on Monday and on Tuesday is we put together a stage reading. Although we didn't use the scripts per se, it was very much a staged showing of what the script is as it stands and how we want to perform it, and just an idea, a preview of what we want to eventually do. We had a makeshift set, which was basically cardboard boxes. And we just showed investors and funders and other industry people what we would like to do in order to try and secure some sort of investment, to get some feedback on the script, see where it can be developed, things like that. So.
Why work the other way around? Why decide to stage it and then look for funding? Doesn't it always, you secure the funding first and then see how you can work?
Yes, because it's very difficult to find funding. It's very difficult for people to just give you money. So basically we want to show them what we have so they can see what it is exactly they're investing in. Speak
to us about the other characters. You're the main as well, but the other two?
So we have Alexander, who's a Serbian man. And his journey is that he gets conscripted into the Serbian army, into the Yugoslav army. So it's all about his fight between his love for his country and his nationalism versus his love for Mirela, who's an opposing culture, an opposing religion. And that battle between, does he fight for the country he loves, or does he fight for the woman that he loves? So it's that pull and that contradiction. And then you have Peter, or Petter, as Mirela calls him, who's this South African photojournalist, and you just see the breakdown of his psyche. Now he comes in as a very innocent character who's completely oblivious to the atrocities of war, and you just slowly see him break down as he witnesses the atrocities and the horrors of war around him.
I believe you're determined to stage this play abroad, in London to be specific. I mean, why are you so determined to go abroad?
Because we have big dreams. We're really not thinking small with this project. We're trying to think as big as we can so that we can take it everywhere.
And it is a very universal story as well.
Because we've made it so specific.
I mean, what can anyone keen to hear or talk to you about it? I mean, somebody might even been listening to this conversation thinking, I can actually fund this. How do they get a hold of it?
Well, they would need to email our producer, Christy Hollander, at christy@revelproductions.co.za.
And I mean, I've been to PopArt. PopArt is very small. It's very intimate as well. Is that what you were going for when you penned the story and directed it?
Well, we were hoping for a much bigger stage, something where we can have an entire mechanical set that represents a city. As the city crumbles down around it, the set shifts and moves. So PopArt was just a space that was offered to us that we could afford, that well, the people there are just amazing. They helped us so much with the project in terms of adapting the sets and using the space and using the lighting and everything that they made available for us. So PopArt is just very much a fraction of what we wanted eventually to become.
What was the biggest challenge in playing this character?
I think for me, playing Midela, it was first of all bringing the character to life. It was the first character I actually wrote that I was playing.
Yeah.
So it was actually breathing life into something that I'd created and written. So it was like giving birth to something. But also through writing, we did a lot of research. So we met with a lot of Bosnian women who were put in rape camps and that had suffered and survived the atrocities of this war. So it was just really respecting their stories and trying to portray as accurately as possible their lives.
You've spoken about how this is such a universal story. What is that?
I think that it's about the human condition, and it's about love, and it's about hate, and it's about topics that are just universal and that everyone feels. So even though the war is the backdrop of the story, and it is set in such a specific war, these emotions are emotions that everyone feels every day, and the battles that these people go through are not specific at all. It's something that everyone universally around the world will always experience.
All right. Ladies, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
I hope somebody was listening to this conversation.
Thank you very much.
Thespians, Lidija, Marelic, as well as Aimee Goldsmith, speaking to us about their production titled Cheers to Sarajevo, which has a pilot run on Monday and Tuesday in PopArt at the Maboneng Precinct. You know what they say about a hustle being a totally different story from hoping without any action now. They also plan on having a run in London in 2016 if all goes well. Well, good luck to them. Let's take an ad break. Stay with us.